We made a countdown list on superheroes, but what about supervillains? Before getting started, the one who haven't watched our previous video, click here to see our previous video. Without further ado, let's get started and move to our list of Top 10 Supervillains in Marvel Universe. Number 10. Kingpin. Kingpin first appeared in the Amazing Spider-Man comics number 50 in 1967. While the Kingpin has no superhuman powers, he is incredibly strong and significantly durable above the average human, possessing remarkable strength concealed by his extremely corpulent appearance. Most of his body mass is actually muscle that has been built to extraordinary size, much like a super heavyweight sumo wrestler or some Olympic weightlifters and power lifters, but at greater strength levels. He has been shown to be strong enough to hurl large men across a room, rip limbs from people, crush a man's skull with his bare hands, and leave imprints in concrete walls after punching them. Defying his size, the Kingpin is a master of many forms of armed and unarmed combat, especially sumo wrestling. His signature move is the bear hug. He has fought Captain America to a standstill in hand-to-hand combat. His daily workout typically consists of simultaneously overcoming 5 or more trained martial artists with his hands. He stores his valuables in a safe which has no lock, only a door which is so heavy that only the Kingpin is strong enough to open it. Number 9. Venom. Venom first appeared in the Amazing Spider-Man number 252 as an alien costume and full appearance in the Amazing Spider-Man number 300 in 1988. Though it requires a living host in order to survive, the Venom symbiote has been shown to be adept at fending for itself independent of a host. The symbiote is capable of shape-shifting abilities, including the ability to form spikes or expand its size, as well as mimic the appearance of other humanoids after it has obtained a host. The organism can additionally use its shape-shifting abilities to conceal itself by altering its coloration or by becoming completely invisible. It also contains a small dimensional aperture, allowing its hosts to carry items without adding mass to the costume. The symbiote also exhibits telepathic abilities, primarily when it needs to communicate with its host. Because of its contact with Spider-Man, the symbiote grants all of its subsequent hosts that hero's powers and cannot be detected by his spider sense. As Spider-Man's fighting style is partly dependent on his spider sense, his effectiveness was somewhat hampered when he battled Eddie Brock. Retaining its memory from the time it was bonded with Spider-Man, Venom is also capable of producing webbing similar to Spider-Man's own variety created from itself. Number 8. Green Goblin. Green Goblin first appeared in the Amazing Spider-Man number 14 in 1964. In his first appearances, the Green Goblin seems to be a normal man who gets his powers from his many gadgets. In later appearances, it is established that due to the Goblin formula, Norman, and any successor to the Goblin persona, possesses superhuman strength, increased speed, reflexes, endurance, and healing rate. Though much slower than the likes of Wolverine, he can regenerate damaged tissue and organs. His intelligence has been enhanced to gifted levels, though at the price of his sanity. His involvement with the Gathering of the Five loosened his grip on reality, though he is able to maintain his sanity via chemically treated dermal patches. When not impaired by mental illness, Osborn is a cunning businessman, masterful strategist, and highly skilled in electronics, mechanics, engineering and chemistry. The Green Goblin is armed with a variety of bizarre devices. He travels on his bat-shaped Goblin glider, an incredibly fast and maneuverable rocket glider equipped with various armaments. Other weapons the Goblin uses include incendiary pumpkin bombs, smoke and gas-emitting grenades resembling ghosts and jack-o'-lanterns, razor-edged boomerang-like throwing weapons called razor bats, and gloves woven with micro-circuited filaments which channel pulsed discharges of electricity at nearly 10,000 volts. Number 7. Apocalypse. Apocalypse first appeared in The X Factor in 1982. Apocalypse is the first mutant which was born in the Age of Egyptians. He believed that only the strong should survive. He is an immortal being, with total control over the molecules of his body, enabling him to alter his form as it suits him, such as allowing his body to become extremely malleable and flexible or change his size, enhance his physical abilities, transform his limbs into weapons, wings, or jets, regenerate from fatal injuries, adapt his body to apparently any disease or hostile environment, as well as give himself virtually any superhuman power. He is also able to project and absorb energy. Apocalypse is also capable of technopathy. Number 6. Ultron. Ultron first appeared in the Avengers comic number 55 in 1968. Ultron was created as a supercomputer to defend the Earth from outer space. But the program was violated and it turned into an indestructible robot-like being. The visual appearance and powers of the character have varied, but common powers include superhuman levels of strength, speed, stamina, durability, and reflexes, flight at subsonic speeds, and various offensive weapons such as concussive blasts of energy fired from its optical sensors or hands, and an encephalo-ray, which places victims into a death-like coma. The latter ray also allows Ultron to mesmerize and mind-control victims, or implant subliminal hypnotic commands within their minds to be enacted at a later time. Ultron also has the ability to convert electromagnetic radiation into electrical energy for use or storage. Ultron has a genius intellect, a capacity for creative intelligence and self-repair, superhuman cybernetic analytical capabilities, and the ability to process information and make calculations with superhuman speed and accuracy. The character is an expert roboticist and strategist. Number 5. Thanos. First appeared in the Iron Man number 55 in 1973. Thanos is a mutant member of the race of superhumans known as the Titanian Eternals. The character possesses abilities common to the Eternals, but amplified to a higher degree through a combination of his mutant eternal heritage, bionic amplification, mysticism, and power bestowed by the abstract entity, Death. Demonstrating enormous superhuman strength, stamina, and durability, Thanos can absorb and project vast quantities of cosmic energy and is capable of telekinesis, telepathy, and matter manipulation. Thanos is an accomplished hand-to-hand combatant, having been trained in the art of war on Titan. He is a major trouble for the Avengers. Number 4. Galactus. First appeared in the Fantastic Four number 48 in 1966. Galactus wields a type of cosmic energy known as the Power Cosmic and has appointed a number of beings as his heralds, giving each a portion of the Power Cosmic. This Power Cosmic replaces the auras, or souls, of its holders, causing each wielder's physical form to adapt to store and manipulate it. Galactus can remove the Power Cosmic from the person to whom he has given it. He can use the Power Cosmic to produce nearly any effect he desires, including size alteration, the transmutation of matter, the teleportation of objects across space, the creation of force fields and interdimensional portals, telepathy, telekinesis, universal cosmic awareness, the creation of life, resurrection, manipulating souls, memories, and emotions, recreating dead worlds in every detail including utterly convincing illusions of their entire populations, and energy projection. Number 3. Doctor Doom. First appeared in the Fantastic Four number 5 in 1962. Doctor Doom is a polymath and scientific genius. Throughout most of his publication history, he has been depicted as one of the most intelligent humans in the Marvel Universe. This is shown on many occasions, most famously by actually curing Ben Grimm of his Thing form, which Reed Richards has never repeated. 108 On the other hand, Reed Richards managed to process all the computer calculations necessary to save the life of a disintegrating Kitty Pryde by himself, which is a feat that Doctor Doom at the time professed to be unable to do. Doctor Doom also possesses originally minor mystical capabilities due to teachings from Tibetan monks, but later increased them to a considerable extent due to tutoring from his lover Morgan Le Fay. He is capable of energy projection, creating protective shields, and summoning hordes of demonic creatures. Even at a time when his abilities were consistently referred to as minor, with assistance from his technology and by tag-teaming with Doctor Strange, Doctor Doom managed to come in second in a magic tournament held by the ancient sorcerer the aged Genghis. Number 2. Magneto. First appeared in the X-Men number 1 in 1963. Magneto is a mutant. He possesses powers which are like telekinesis. But he can't control non-metallic bodies. Because he controls bodies by creating magnetic field and hence he is vulnerable to non-metallic substances. His powers are enormous. He is one of the powerful mutant ever lived. He can control many bodies at a large scale simultaneously. His special ability is flight, which he does by creating a magnetic field. He has sometimes lifted an underwater submarine in a stadium on several occasions. Before we move to over number 1 of this list, here are some honorable mentions. Number 1. Loki. This god of mischiefs first appeared in the Journey into Mysteries number 85 in 1962. Loki is a member of the race of frost giants of Jotunheim, although not a giant in stature. He possesses physical attributes equal to a fit member of his race, such as enhanced strength, stamina, speed, durability. His frost giant metabolism grants him superhuman levels of physical stamina in practically all activities, durability enough to harmlessly withstand high-caliber bullets, and immunity to all known diseases and toxins, as well as resistance to magic and aging. Loki possesses genius-level intelligence and has extensive training in magic, and possesses the ability to manipulate magical forces for a variety of purposes: energy projection, creation of force fields, temporarily increasing his own physical strength, granting superhuman abilities to living beings or inanimate objects, flight, hypnosis, illusion casting and interdimensional teleportation. Loki's magical abilities have been described as equal to those of Karnilla, the most skilled sorceress of Asgard. His illusion casting can fool cities, and powerful entities such as Surtur. He has been able to break free of celestial technology in the possession of Apocalypse. Loki possesses extrasensory abilities and is capable of astral projection and casting his thoughts across great distance 7 across dimensional barriers, like that between Asgard and Earth even if he is unable to move. He has been a major trouble to the team the Avengers and his brother, Thor. Who do you think was the best in the list? Did we left out someone? Write it down in the comment box below. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram and like our page on Facebook.